Good morning. We're going to see how long this lasts. Just got back from the vet with the dog for his last set of puppy shots. And it's hurting his leg again, and he's not a happy camper. Well, my journaling session from yesterday did not last, or Monday, did not last very long at all. The dog was in a lot of pain. They gave him a pain shot. No, they gave him Benadryl before they started his shots, and he only had two. His rabies in the second half of the shot he got at the beginning of the month, beginning of April. Um, but he went downhill fast, and he's just pitiful. He didn't even want to come to me because I'm the one that took him, and he associated all that with, my mean mommy took me someplace that hurt me again. Um, anyhow, he's fine today. They gave him some pain medicine to take home. We gave it to him as soon as he got home, and he pretty much slept most of the day. He started perking back up. It was just like an overnight thing, an over switcheroony thing. He started perking back up about 8 o'clock last night. Yay! No, no, no. We need to sleep tonight. Um, anyhow, he's fine. He's running up and down the driveway today. He's forgotten everything. He's back to chewing on everything. And now we're trying to find a groomer because he has had his rabies shot and he can go to a grooming situation or have a groomer come here, which is what I'm really hoping for. Because he is still little. He is now 7 pounds. We got him at 4.3, no, 3.7. He's now 7 pounds. So he's doubled in size. He's 4 months old, and just like most teenagers, he thinks he's an adult and can do everything he wants to do. Anyhow, let's go to Alaska with Michael Palin. I found a new word, a new way to describe this, Palin Fest, like a Palin festival, because um, I do want to acknowledge that this is kind of like a fan thing to him, or to his love of travel, which I hope is what is genuine. It seems like it's genuine in his old BBC travel shows. And this is the one from Full Circle, which kind of mimics the Ring of Fire around the Pacific Ocean. So I decided to do, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but I think I'm going to add more watercolor than I normally do, and I'm going to practice all that. I am not a watercolor artist, but it makes me happy, so I'm going to go for it. Trying to just add a little bit of shadowing to the letters, sort of, I think. Um, and I have a vertical Alaska. He was in Alaska for about 5 or 6 days, um, according to his book, which is what I bought, and I'm using that as my guide as well as videos on YouTube of his old TV series. So I do want to kind of highlight some facts of each individual place that I am picking out, because I'm not going to pick out every place, but each individual place that I'm picking out. Oh, I forgot to do something with that. I covered up the wording that was on that little pad of paper, which I got from Everyday Explorers, and it didn't pertain to what we're doing here. This is my notes of the cities and the countries he was in, which is basically a rehash of the table of contents. But like we're in the Bering Sea. There's 182 population in this little place he's in called Little Diomede Island. The international date line is between this island and Russia, which is about 2.25 miles. Um, there are something else I was going to say about. There are subsistence fishermen, which basically Alaska is real strict about who can hunt and who can't hunt. But the indigenous people, the Eskimos, do get to hunt whales and seals and things like that. In fact, I think they're the only ones that can hunt seals, are the Eskimos. And this is more Russia than Alaska, if you ask me. They look more Eastern European. Um, and I think I'm going to track his days. So this was day 1 and day 2 on Little Diomede Island. Now, I'm going to attempt to watercolor the little island. It's just a piece of granite rock sticking out of the ocean with a few houses on it and a little church, which they use a lot of the onion dome construction in this part of Alaska, in all of eastern Alaska, because they're more Russian than heritage than Americans. And we did buy Alaska from Russia for an astronomically good price, ridiculous price. But I'm trying to use these houses in my other journal that I made for my wish list of things to find on our next trips when we're able to go somewhere. Um, and they're elementary figures. There's some canoes where they go whale hunting and seal hunting and all of that. It's a real bleak existence. Granite rock, freezing cold Bering Straits, um, uh, really, really horrible, foggy, cloudy, cold weather, very little sun. Might have all daylight, but it's still very little sun. So there's my granite outcrop in the middle of the Bering Sea. Yes, that's it. That is it. Squint your eyes, you can see it. Um, and the Alaska words are a painting that I did from watered down acrylic and plastic, kind of like a jelly plate. Um, and then that little blue thing that I used is a children's puzzle that I use a lot, but haven't used very recently at all. Um, I used to use it a lot in traditional scrapbooking for my letters for titles. So I just used it as a stencil and traced those letters backwards. I'm learning things finally, so that when I cut them out, they're facing forward. And here I am building my uh, little Diomede Island village. These are subsistence living people. They live off of what they catch. Um, and they do have a good school system, a good schoolhouse, not system, house, according to Michael Palin. And they're trying to keep that, they're trying to keep their heritage going, I should say. So, my little village is coming to fruition. I'm outlining some windows. Again, simple, simple, simple. Um, but then again, these are simple folks. There's their Eskimo kayaks out of sealskin. And I really do. That page was loose and it really didn't get glued down properly. But I'm trying to draw a whale, which I can't. Um, but I just added a little bit of waves and some shoreline with the pen and some ink and trying to make another little greenish gray color to outline the facts sheet. This is pretty much going to be the format, I think, of all of it. A little bit of, because this is how I would love to ideally journal my own travel journals. Um, so, thanks for watching. We'll be in Alaska again tomorrow, so stay warm. Bye.